Lisa, and what I'm going to be doing is installing an extra hard drive for storage purposes into this computer. I've got my hard drive here, and the tools I'm going to need. One of the first steps I would tell you when you take out your CPU, you get ready, okay, I'm going to do something to this unit. Odds are, if you're like most people, you're going to find that there has been dust gathered unless you are religious about your maintenance. You're going to want to clean this. Make sure you have some canned air. I've already done that for purposes to get it a little bit more expeditiously done. But clean it because you don't want to get any dust on your contacts and the stuff you got going in there. You can take the computer apart standing up. I find it a little bit easier to do it with it laying down. First step, I haven't laid it down yet. First step, there's a screw on the back of this compact computer. I'm going to loosen it and lay this down. Slide this. Don't need this at the moment. And then here's the fun part. There are inside this unit 4 clips. 2 on the sides, my hands are getting in the way, 2 on the sides and 2 at the bottom. The trick and the talent is to be able to get everything loosened at the same time. These clips on the bottom will be pushed towards the bottom and pushed out. And the clips on the side will be pushed towards the side. All you're doing is loosening this sometimes it cooperates and sometimes it doesn't. It's not cooperating now. Thank goodness for editing. Pause. Because I got myself. Alright, a little extra work. Got your front off. What you will find when you take it off is you have your slot where this hard drive is going to go. And you should find inside a cable ribbon complete with the attachment, or the connections, excuse me. Now, first thing you need to consider when you're doing your installing your hard drive is how you're going to use this particular hard drive. If you're going to be using it as a slave, which is all this one's going to be, it's going to be a slave just for extra storage. You're going to have to move the jumper connection that is contained back here. There is a diagram on this particular one that shows you to use it as a slave, you'll want to have it on this second set of pins. That's what we're going to do. It comes installed here. If you're lucky, like me, you've got long nails, and you can pop it out. In which case, you don't drop it. And you're just going to slip it right on there. If you don't have long nails, you need to have your tools and be able to pull it out using tweezers or the grips there. Now, we've got the jumper in place to create our slave hard drive in this unit. If I go to just slip this in from the front, as it should be done, there is nothing right now to keep this from moving around and being unstable in the unit. Luckily, my tool is out. Compact has provided us with extra screws. I'm I'm going to loosen these and put these as basically as drawer guides, to look at it in layman's terms, as drawer guides on this hard drive so that got it. It will not move once it's in the unit. Now, tricky part. There are 3 holes on the side of this hard drive and only 4 screws. Where am I going to need to put these screws? I'm going to use the previously installed hard drive as a guide and see that there's a screw here, which will correspond here, but there's not one here, so I must need it to go here to help hold it in this clip. So I'm going to install these 4 screws. Long nails are not always convenient. Right now I'm just going to put them in place, and we'll tighten them in gently, not over tightened, once we get all 4 of them in place. Keeping in mind that all I've done now is flip this over. Probably shouldn't be working directly over the CPU or the inside of the computer, because you do have a tendency to drop the screws. I'm going to take my tool and very gently, not over tightened, but just enough to hold this in place, tighten my screws in some. Alright, it's ready to be installed now. As I showed you before, we're going to flip this in from the front. Now, with these screws in place, they have a guide, and they'll go right in. And click, it's in place. Done? Nope. It's clicked into place. It doesn't move, and it doesn't rock around once the unit is all moved to go put it back in place. Now, it's not going to do you any good until it's actually connected. I'm going to come in here and gently but securely, keeping in mind you want all of your connections very secure, put your connections on. I can tell, looking at my other hard drive, that these are all in about the right place. They're not loose. They're very tight. It is installed. Now, got your hard drive installed? Most hard drives today are plug and play. This computer should, when it plugs it back in, hooked up and turned on, it should recognize the new hard drive and guide you with a wizard through steps to format this drive. If it doesn't, it should have come, the hard drive should have come with software that will walk you through the formatting process. And that's how you install an extra hard drive as a slave for storage on a computer.